You ready? First time riding in the Corvette. If it starts. I haven't started it in a while because there's been construction on my road, so I haven't wanted to drive it. Oh yeah, we're good to go, man. I was out this morning driving around and I saw a bunch of other Corvettes and old cool cars. So Link and I are gonna go into town, drive the ZR1, go check them out. What do you think? You like going fast or slow? Yeah, buddy. So dirty. Wash my car. You're old enough now. Wash it. The car show was pretty much over by the time I got there, but he had already gone home. I did see a C6 ZR1, which is freaking sweet, but not a whole lot of other stuff. These butterflies. So butterflies are apparently migrating right now. Can you guys see all these things? They're just everywhere. Like if you drive on the road, kill thousands of them. Hello, El Camino. You. Be gone. Oh, sweet. That's easy to work on cars. Got the carburetor off. I'm gonna replace this fuel filter because it's 10 years old and it's been flushing nasty fuel through it for the last few days that I've been trying to get this thing started. And then we'll put a carburetor back on there. Let me just change this real quick. Oh yeah, that's way nicer. And it's glass, so fancy. That should work. I got everything hooked up. New fuel line hooked up. This is a double pumper, so it's got the split, it goes both ways. Got my electronic choke hooked up, got the vacuum lines hooked up to the distributor and to the top of the valve cover. Got my throttle hooked up, my kick down cable hooked up, which I'm not gonna need that right now, but I think I'm gonna just start it. Oh, I didn't put the throttle return springs on there. That'd be a good thing to have. I could feel that my pedal was not pushing back. Much better. I may just go dump some gas down it like before. That definitely helps it to get going. Kind of wanted to see if I get some gas in that new fuel filter. I'll give it a break. Okay. Also just really wanted it to start without me having to dump gas down it. Got gas dumped in there. Mare, let's take a trip down memory lane. You might get tetanus. Do you have a tetanus vaccine?
I was going to say, this is grosser than it was 10 years ago.
You thought it was going to clean itself while it sat out? All right, ready?
Oh. Smells like gas.
That's good. Okay, we do have gas in there now. Put a little more gas in there. Let's see what we can do. Ah! My foot's not on the pedal, obviously. Woo! 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 Yeah! Woo! Okay, idling way too high. She's alive. Let's see if I can get to idle down. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, we need to adjust that idle a bit. Oh my God. Yes. Yes, sir? Yeah, it's popping a little bit. Woo! Ah, I didn't have my choke wire grounded very well, so I just redid it. So it's grounded really well now. I want to see if that makes a difference. That sounds pretty good. That may have been it. It's idling a little bit high, I think. We'll see what happens when it warms up. That also was the first time I've ever started it without dumping any gas or starting fluid into the car. It started like a normal car. This is great. This thing doesn't have any gauges, so I can like see how the engine's running. It just has dummy lights. Generator means batteries, so like if your battery's doing bad, that'll turn on. Your oil pressure's low, that'll turn on. If your temperature gets too hot, that'll turn on. But if your light bulb's burned out, you won't know. sure there's not much coolant in this car, so I probably shouldn't run it for too long. Running good. I need to figure out how to idle it down and figure out how to not make it backfire. Woo! But it's running really good right now. So I got a package that included a license plate. This is the license plate that was on the Brave Humvee that, as you'll remember, we traded for Abel, the 5-ton. So the guy who bought the Brave Humvee, so I traded it for that back to Custom Combat Trucks, who built that 5-ton. They sold it to a guy who started a YouTube channel called Prodigy Lifestyle. It's a brand new channel, so I don't know what kind of content he's gonna do, but he bought my Humvee and he has a video on there where he's talking to his wife, and she said that if he got 1,000 likes on the video, she would talk to him about possibly doing a crazy build. He wants to do a crazy build. She's saying no. Classic husband-wife stuff. So I'm gonna link that video below. I don't know him. I've never talked to him. He sent me a box, and then I watched his video with him and his new Humvee, which was my Brave Humvee. So anyway, link down there. If we can get 1,000 likes on his video, his wife will entertain the idea of letting him spend some money to make that Humvee crazy. So anyway, good luck, guy. I hope you can do it. Decided to see what the coolant looked like because it's been in there for 10 years as well. Actually, pleasantly surprised. It's nice and neon yellow, just like it should be. I have no idea how it doesn't look rusty or anything. Like, that's great. So I'm gonna leave that in there. I'll replace it eventually. Well, I might have replaced. I might not. I might not. But right now I'm just gonna top it off. So I'm gonna pump that back in there, top it off with some water. So, because I think it was a little low on coolant. I think I have a tiny little leak over by my heater core because I can hear bubbles. But it should work for our purposes today. Hey, Dad. So he's old, so he knows these carburetors better than me. All right, check this out. Let's see if it'll start. It's just idling a little too fast. Yesterday I tried leaning out. I tried the idle. There's like a fast idle speed and a choke idle speed. And like I was trying those, I couldn't figure it out. But if I push right here, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it'll idle down. If I push on the, so this is where the throttle actually pulls it. The throttle lever pulls that back. If I push this down here hard, it will slow down the idle to a more acceptable speed. Problem is there's no adjustment screw that will make this go further. It's bottoming out on the carburetor or something. Dad is worried there could be something in front of one of those valves on the inside. Maybe there's a spacer here. Maybe the spacer's touching it. So we're gonna pull the carburetor off just to make sure there's no mechanical blockage of that valve in there that's keeping it open just a little bit, which is making our idle run too fast. Pulled the carb off, looked around, put it back on, tried some different things, still idling high. I don't know, but I wanna try to drive it. I did press the brakes. They don't really work very well, so I'm just gonna be ready to put it back in neutral very quickly. And we do have a parking brake, so that's good, right? So we're on ramps in the front and jack stands, but I think if I drive backward, it'll fall off the jack stands. Starts up good. I also forgot, we do actually have gauges. I forgot we put these gauges in. I was looking at the dummy lights yesterday. So we got water temp, we got our battery, and we got oil pressure here. Battery not hooked up. Make sure there's no kids behind me, because I don't know if I'll be able to stop. Oh gosh, yep. Brakes don't work.
No brakes at all.
And this thing runs fast. All right. Well, brakes work. You gotta really keep pumping. Okay. El Camino's rolling. Wow, these brakes are scary. We're gonna take her out in the pasture. See what she can do. I'm just gonna let it idle so I can show you guys how fast this idle is. We're speeding up. No speedometer. It's broken. But definitely still speeding up. Definitely getting moving. We're probably going, what, 30 right now?
Yeah.
And, oh, it just shifted to second. On idle. Yeah, we definitely need to fix this idle and bring it down a little bit. Okay, so I can stop it. Stop the car with the regular brakes. This is great.
Kapow.
runs, man.
I told you that was a good motor.
Yeah, that's a great motor. Just need to figure out how to make it idle down so I can stop. Went ahead and loaded the old El Camino up on the trailer because I think I'm gonna take it to a shop that can adjust this carburetor so it'll run good, because the engine is great. Just need the fuel to get figured out. And I'm gonna get them to do a brake job while it's in there. Like as cheap as possible. Just be like, hey guys, fix it, but like, I don't wanna spend much money on this thing.
Brakes are good.
Yeah,
Brakes are good.
it'd be nice to have some brakes. Today is Sunday, so take it in the shop probably tomorrow morning. Let them do hopefully a really cheap fix on it. I mean, I think it just needs someone to adjust that carburetor just a little bit. Well, we looked at the brake fluid, it was like rust colored.
Yeah.
So that's,
It looked like the gasoline.
yeah. So that's probably why it's not great. So bleed the brakes completely, put new fluid in there. Hopefully that's all it needs. And you know, let them look at it, but yeah.
Look at that, it'll run so fast it'll blow the chrome off
Yeah,
the bumper.
rusting straight through the chrome. This is a good looking car though, man. It's gonna do Demolition Ranch proud. Now, we're actually doing something that I don't do very much. We're gonna show you a little bit of the mansion because, well, I don't usually show it because I usually save it up for like the next Abandoned Mansion episode, but the next Abandoned Mansion episode is gonna be, it's gonna be different. I've been working on it and it's gonna be really cool, but we have to come up here for something else anyway, so I just figured I'd kind of show you a little bit of it. We always like try to keep it secret, besides the big Abandoned Mansion videos, but it's looking great. Looking great. A lot actually has changed since the last episode, but so many people are asking me because I haven't been putting out the Abandoned Mansion episodes lately, so I was like, it's still here, we're still working on it. I just am trying to do something really, really cool with it coming up soon. I can't tell you, but you'll see it pretty soon. I think like within the next week, I'm gonna launch this video, and it's just a totally different type of Abandoned Mansion episode, but it's gonna be really neat. For instance, that is the rock that we picked out. That's gonna go all over the side of this house. Love the rock mirror. Fantastic pick, very pretty. Also, AC guy has been here. All this ducting is new. Also, plumber has been here. All that piping is new. We'll show you all that in the actual dedicated Abandoned Mansion video, but look at that. AC ductwork all in the walls. Also, windows. Windows. This place is coming along. I'll show you all that in the dedicated Abandoned Mansion episode. I promise, it's coming. We are working on it still, guys. I promise, just because you haven't seen it. I want to make sure I deliver a good video. So I'm trying really hard to make this next one unique and cool. What are you eating? Definitely onion rings. Funyuns.
Hey, don't do that. You're gonna be...
If you throw up in my truck, I'm gonna make you clean it up. That's right, yeah. Don't eat any more Funyuns though. So Annie and Link sometimes like to dress like each other. So Annie gets all of Lincoln's clothes and puts them on, and she gets a little hat, puts it on, and his soccer shoes and puts it on. So she has a ponytail, so you can tell, but like from the front, and they're the same size.
And they look like their facial features they look like twins.
Yeah, and from the front, like she looks the exact same height. She's older than him. She's like 15 months older. There's one Lincoln, and there's his twin, who's 15 months older than him. But they're so cute, and they look exactly the same. She actually walked out of the house earlier. She normally dresses like a girl. She walked out of the house earlier, and I was like, oh, there's Lincoln. And then Lincoln walked out behind her. I was like, wait, oh, that's Annie and Lincoln. It like blew my mind. I was like, there's two Lincolns.
I love that they still play like this though, because when they were little, they were like inseparable.
Mm-hmm.
We would go to like play dates and stuff, and the two of them would play together and fight like crazy, but they didn't want to play with anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
They would just play with each other.
But she also likes dressing
Just
in the
makes
exact
me-
same dresses that Addie dresses in and matching her too. Our kids all just get along. Yeah, Annie just likes dressing up. I actually told Mary yesterday that I wish we could just pause our kids right now. I've told you that like a million times, but I love the stage they're in. They're all fun. They're all still young enough that they're not mean to us, because we've heard that's coming.
Also, you just acted like they get along all the time, and they don't.
No, they definitely don't get along all the time, but they get along well. But they're just perfect. If I could pause, oh, there's a new window. Whew. Almost lost it. Probably no more balls out here. The actual reason we came up to this house is because there's all of these yucca plants growing. And Addie at school has a project where she has to make an artifact that a Native American would have used. So she's making an axe or a tomahawk. Which one?
Tomahawk.
Tomahawk. So we found a good rock out here, and then we cut some of these yucca leaves, and we're pulling all the little sharp parts off of them, and then we're going to use these to tie on the rock to a stick to make our Native American type artifact. And to look at that view. Oh, look at the view. So good. Okay, so we got a stick to make our handle out of. We got this one first. It was too big though. It made the rock look tiny. So we got a smaller one. We actually use this as a mallet to hit that thing into this to knock all these little pieces off. Just like the Native Americans, we're trying to make this realistic because she has to give a presentation in her class about not only what this is and what they used it for, but how they would have made it. So now she knows because she's sitting here chipping off all the bark with a rock. Her stone blade. Hey guys.
Daddy.
Yes, sir?
Dessert.
Dessert?
We haven't even ate dinner.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Dessert from lunch.
Dessert from lunch. It is 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, we just ate lunch.
Do
What?
one of y'all have dog poop on your shoes?
No. Yeah.
Because somebody stinks.
Nope. Nope.
Is it me? Nope. Did somebody toot?
Nope.
That's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching Broken El Camino Ranch. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Oh.
Hey, what camera is that? Number...
Shut up! Don't tell Mayor.